Okay, so first off, I apologize for not giving an update on Bumblebee sooner. I just realized today that it's been 8 months since I've had it on the channel, except for the exception of the car show we had here. It was just shown briefly, but the car is it runs and drives, but there's a lot of issues. When I put that motor in there, I never could get the starter shimmed just right. It always made a little bit of a noise that I didn't like, but it worked. So I'm gonna try to fix that today. Also now, I think either the flywheel's falling off or the torque converter bolts are coming off because it's got some weird clattering, knocking noise. Also, these plug wires are old and they're starting to not stay snapped onto the plugs. So we're gonna change the spark plug wires, and we're gonna go ahead and put some new spark plugs in it as well. Okay, so I was just looking over the plug wires and checking them out. They're pretty bad. That one had been previously taped, as you can see, but it's always been fine. So I'm over here looking like, my overflow cap is missing. And I'm like, that looks kind of nasty. And then I look in here and I'm like, yeah, it looks kind of nasty. Then I look down in here. Well, hey there, Mickey. What are you doing, bud? Poor little guy. So aside from Mickey committing suicide, the carburetor does have some issues. I need to take it off and clean it up, and I know the power valve's bad, so I gotta fix that. And also, the main thing I started to do on this car was fix all of the patina spots on it where they weren't done right or they were done in the wrong place. I wanted it to be just right. So I had ended up doing this spot and up in here, and it's a lot of work. And what I just decided to do is I'm gonna prime everything, and I have some matching yellow paint. I'm gonna paint it back yellow, blend in the spots, and just have a kind of a satin yellow Bumblebee where it's, clean. So it still has the wheels and tires. It's like in between what it looked like in the movie Bumblebee and in between the movie from 2007. So it's kind of a mix between the two is what I'm going for. Okay, update. Just did another once over, and it's been about, it's probably been about 500 miles since I put these valve covers on, and these were all just dangling loosely. They were leaking. The distributor, when I put the motor in about 3,000 miles ago, I set the timing and locked it down. It was loose, so I had to reset the timing. Turns out the flywheel's not loose, it's not broke. The torque converter bolts were not loose. And what it ended up being when I was setting the timing, it was sitting here running, I noticed this. So that's what it is. It's just this little cheapo fan on this cheap chrome alternator, which was already on the car when I bought it. So I'm not worried about that right now. So I moved on to the starter. I took it off. It had no shims on it. I went ahead and threw one washer on the closest side, which makes the gear go a little bit closer to the flywheel, because I saw that it was just barely touching the teeth. So that fixed that problem. I'll show you. It's nice and quiet now. Yeah, you can hear that little fan making noise. So move on to the next thing. Okay, so we didn't get around to doing the paint today, and I didn't get spark plugs, and I didn't get the spark plug wires in. I'm gonna get some upgraded spark plug wires and some better plugs, but to make up for it, got a little surprise.